We are live, finally, here. The Evil Dungeon Master with Jeff.
Hello.
You want to We are live, finally, here. The Evil Dungeon Master with Jeff. Was repeating back to me what I was saying, so it was really annoying there for a moment.
I was like, I just lost you. I was like, oh, okay.
No, anyway, so we are back here. Did you want to be called Jeff, or did you want to be Dentner? Which one did you want to be?
I can be Jeff. That's fine.
Okay, you're the Jeff. The Jeff.
I call you Vince all the time anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Evil DM.
You could just call me evil like everybody else does.
The evil Vince DM.
There you go. So I'll recap what happened. Yeah.
It's Vince the evil DM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Sure. So let me recap what happened the last time. On the day 7, we decided was in the morning. The chaos factor was 7. We woke up and started packing the truck with all the supplies to head to Lily's stash house. It proceeded normally. We did get there. We did check. Oh, let's see here. Proceeds normally. Sets up the trap at the front of the door of the house and rolls one path. The group spends 2 hours loading the truck up and setting up a trap. Is there any zombie activity in the area? No. We go to the first house. Oh, that's right. We were checking all the houses in the area.
Yeah, before we left. That's
right. Right. And then we ran into a bunch of people. That's right, because everyone kept telling us, go away, get away, every time we went to a door of an abandoned building.
No, this abandoned town has all these abandoned buildings that are all filled up.
Yeah. One of the guys, basically, we went around the town. We set up the stash house. You set up a bunch of traps in the stash house, our stash house here. Yeah. So we can, in case we wanted to come back, no one would take it from us, is what the whole thing was. So then we went. Then you're like, why don't we search the rest of the town, or at least a couple houses before we leave? And we all agreed, and we went searching, and then we found a bunch of people in the houses. Let me move this thing out of the way. We found a bunch of people in these houses, and then over here, we finally got into one of the houses, but one of the guys. I'm sorry, this was last year at this point, so. One of the guys recognized us because he was part of the group that we were part of and gave us some information about where our allies went. And we found that they went north to Linden, Texas, which is north of us, quite a ways away. And the next town was Lanier, which we were going to head to because that was on Route 59. We figured Route 59 would be the clearest route to take to go north that we looked on a map. We debated that for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we asked Lilly, hey, so this is the deal. Do you want to come with us? And she finally said exceptional yes, because of all the times we've done things for her. She figured these two guys are on the up and up. Why not? So Lilly joined us.
Mm-hmm.
And we were basically leaving this little house over here to go back to the truck to pack up the supplies and leave to head north. Yep. To this little small town, Lanier, even though I'm able to Linden, but whatever. But yeah, we were packing up the truck heading north. So our chaos factor ended at a 6. We dropped it. Chaos factor 6. Why can't I write? Oh, there we go. Our scene is driving north on 59 to Lanier, Texas. Are we going to stop to the search, or are we just going to drive through? Because we both agreed it was a very small area.
I mean, how are we on gas?
Well,
wait, are we supposed to roll to see if our day is starting normally?
I'm trying to set up the day first.
Yeah. I mean, we're still in Jefferson. We're about to pack up.
Right.
And go.
The scene's starting as us driving north on 59 to Lanier. Basically, it's us leaving town.
Okay.
To Lanier, Texas, to find supplies. Why not? Sound good?
We'll stop try to figure out something. Yes, find supplies.
All right, let's see. Scene alteration, chaos factor 6. Let's see what we get. Scene proceeds normally. Normal.
Okay. So, are we driving or are we
We're
somewhere
driving.
else?
We're driving on
Okay.
59 at this point. And we could just say that we made it to the outskirts of Lanier.
Okay.
And then we could switch to that.
Okay. On the outskirts of Lanier.
Yeah. And this is the map for Lanier that we just came up with, just because it's a really small town. So I figured that we can just make like a little dirt town. There's maybe not a lot of things going on.
Yeah. It's Texas. It's what, the middle of winter. The trees are green. You know.
Hey, it's not raining here if you noticed.
It's not raining yet. Oh, you know what? That's an improvement.
That is definitely an improvement on the last time.
I was starting to think that the rain was causing the zombies for a while there.
Let me make a note. Rain has stopped. There. So what are we going to do? Do we want to search some houses? Do we want to just drive through this? Because it's not really much of a town. You even looked and said that you did not see any gas stations in this town.
Yeah, no gas stations. I mean, this is maybe a small farm town. There are probably people with, maybe not this area, but with riding mowers. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there'd be probably farm equipment that we can get gas at, but doesn't farm equipment use diesel?
Some do. Most of them use regular gas. Just like everyone.
Yeah.
The bigger ones use diesel.
So like the little riding mowers and stuff like that would use regular gas.
They use regular gas, yeah.
So you wanted to know. Let's find out.
What's our gas?
Do we need to look for gas? Right?
Yeah.
Because we don't know. We traveled a little bit. We don't know what our gas situation is. We didn't ask. So I'm going to keep it as unsure to keep it as a 50-50 shot. What do you say about that?
Sounds good.
All right. Looking for gas. Yes. We do need to look for gas. All right.
Okay.
Yes. We got a 23. Okay, 23. Do we have less than half a tank?
Why don't we roll a percentile to see how much gas we actually have?
Well, I wanted to narrow it down, kind of, in a way.
Okay.
I mean, because if we roll and we get like a 93, it's like you don't need to look for gas on a 93.
Well, let's say anything above 50, we re-roll.
So we need to look for gas. So go ahead. If you want to roll percentile, go ahead.
Okay, I'll roll a percentile. That's 67.
That's not that. I wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't be looking for gas on a 3/4 of a tank almost.
All right, then I'll re-roll. 14.
Okay, that sounds fine. So that means
we
you
need
probably
gas.
Truck has, we'll say, 1/4 of a tank.
Mm-hmm.
Gas. So we need to look for gas. We're not in trouble, but it's kind of like, we're low. We're low.
If we don't stop here, next stop might not be within driving distance.
And this is one of those we decided was a 2011 pickup truck.
Uh-huh.
Which probably means, let's see, highway mileage is maybe 22, 23, if that.
Ooh, that might be pushing it.
Yeah, because a lot of the
freeway, but
now we're coming into local town, so we're dropping down to city drive. So
yeah.
Let's see, this is Lanier.
So we parked the truck. I'm guessing we're gonna go on foot.
Okay, well, Lanier to Linden is only 6 miles, so
No, we're on the outskirts, so we just got to the outskirts of Lanier.
Right. I'm just saying to get from Lanier to Linden, Texas is 6 miles.
Yeah, I know. we're trying to suspense belief here. So all those in the comments say, "Hey, that's not too far away." let's say it's a little further than you think.
I mean, you never know. There might be obstacles. We'd have to drive around
Yeah.
something.
What if
Yeah.
there's a big pileup and we have to go around? Yeah.
Yeah, any detour would make us have to go somewhere else.
So better safe than sorry. We need to get gas, fuel, even.
Fuel even? Really? 0.25. I want to make them smaller because they're too big. It's just making it. Never mind. I won't make that. I won't make it that small.
We're in the we're in Munchkin Village.
It's just representation. So we have a bunch of houses we can check. We stop. We park. We'll just ignore this wall here.
The castle wall. Okay.
Yeah, but we could say there's this wall here that's like one of those things that says "Welcome to Lanier, Texas."
Let's just say they're train tracks. Makes much more sense.
Perfect. This is a giant railroad track going in and out of Lanier, which
A really messed up AI version of a railroad track.
it goes really thick to really thin, and back to thick again.
It's a modern take on it.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, we're here in Lanier, Texas, and we're looking for gas. We don't see any vehicles around, so we're gonna have to look around in some of these houses and some. We could say these are, I don't know, farmhouses and things like that.
I mean, they could be in the garages.
Yeah, that's true.
Who knows?
All right, so I guess we need to go to this first house over here.
I mean, we're right next to a house. Why don't we check that?
No, those houses don't exist.
Oh, this. Okay. Okay. The very first house. Let's ask the question: is this house even there? Is it destroyed? Is it intact? What is it? Is this house intact?
Well, how about this?
All right.
Let's see here. Roll percentile.
All right.
And that percentage of houses are destroyed.
77%.
All right. So that's more than that's like a third of the houses. So
It must have been a town fire or something.
that could be it. That definitely could be it. Let's see.
Okay, so let's say these houses right here are the ones
Yeah.
that are intact.
All right. So all these other houses are all destroyed.
Yes.
And these houses don't exist.
And there's still a railroad track.
Yeah, this is a railroad track right here. Railroad track.
RR for railroad, please.
Fine. There.
It's New Check's track. Gotcha.
There you go. Railroad. All right. So what are we asking now?
Okay, so we're at the very first building. Is it intact?
Yes, it is, because we decided
Okay,
that
so
these
we
is
decided-
intact.
Okay. Does this house look like it's been broken into already?
Like looted, you mean?
Looted.
All right.
Wait.
Does-
Well, let's ask you a question before we even continue on. Is this town occupied?
Does this town look occupied? And when you say occupied, it doesn't matter if it's a person, a group, or zombies, right? That's what you're qualifying as
No, I mean,
occupy?
like, people. Like, do people live here in this town? Because we thought the last town was abandoned.
Yes.
Well, I guess what we could do is knock on the door, see if they have any gas they can spare.
So let's see here. Let's see if we can get, because there's a bunch of tables here that'll help us, like, kind of. Let's see here. City. Sure. Let's do that one. Masses. Isolated. Okay. So
Okay.
let's do city, masses,
So it's an
isolated.
isolated town, so
Uh-huh.
they don't really have contact with the outside world.
Or what we could say that there looks like there's like maybe a bunch of there could be vehicles down here. I mean, there could be like people's clothes, like a bunch of clothes hanging on, like, being dried outside.
Okay. What does that have to do with the isolated part?
Isolated to one area.
Oh, okay. So maybe they're only taking up a small percentage of the town.
Right. Since the rest of it's destroyed, they've basically, I don't know. I mean, we could just say we see something over here or something over here. Oh,
Signs of life. I
yeah.
get you.
There's civilization. So we'll see what civilization has to say. Magnificent,
Oh, okay.
happy. Okay.
Well, that's good. It's a magnificently destroyed happy town.
I guess
That's
so.
That's a third destroyed.
So maybe they have decorations up?
Mm, magnificent. I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe maybe what we're seeing is not the true representation of this real town. Maybe their lawns are immaculate and they got nice looking houses. Maybe this is an upscale town.
Okay. So this small town, wow, isolated from the rest of the world, seems to have a small population of people who are surviving, surveying, survive, whatever, surviving on their own with well maintained buildings and lawns.
Yep.
So would they see us coming to town? Because we just pulled up in a truck.
Not necessarily, but I mean, maybe a few.
So let's think about this for a second. We just pulled up into a small little town, Lanier, Texas, and we see that it's isolated. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's in a small area here.
Right.
It's well maintained. Looks very bright and happy, and we can see signs of life. Obviously, people are living here.
I mean, the lawns are mowed and the
Yeah,
edges are trimmed, so it's like the first season of the The Walking Dead.
yeah. So I guess the first question would be, would someone greet us as soon as we come into town? I would think there'd be some people watching for protection wise. My theory. Yours?
They're happy, so maybe. I mean, it's roll those bones, figure it out. I'm just a
I'm
little
going with
unsure.
likely that someone is guarding, watching.
Okay, well, it's isolated, so they might not know the zombie. Oh, I mean, it's halfway burnt down, so they gotta know something's up, right? So yeah, I'm gonna say likely. I'll go with likely.
Yeah, I mean, I would think someone is waiting for us. So no,
Nope.
no, they don't give a shit. Apparently.
Hey, we're doing our own thing. They're
All
praising
right.
They're praising their own god.
Do we see any people outside? Next question. Since nobody greeted us, I'm going to go back to unsure because nobody greeted us. That means nobody saw us. Agree?
Agreed. Yes, but doubles. Random event.
There we go.
Close the thread. We found our group. And they're dominant.
Dominant intrigues. So let's see. Yes. We got a yes on that. And it's under 22. So Random event. Unexpected random event of dominant intrigues.
And we have to close a thread, yes.
So, trying to figure out how would dominant intrigue fit together. Okay. So, I'll tell you what I think first, but then we'll worry about closing the thread.
Okay.
But what threads do we even have? Let's see. Thread list. Group ally went to Linden. Are they there? We're not in Linden. Help Lilly hide from Biff. Uh-oh. Find a new safe house. Firing group scientists to see if they found the cure. Okay. So since we have to close a thread, maybe Biff is here.
Biff is here?
Yeah, so it's a random, unexpected event. Who is a dominant person? Biff. He was dominant in their little small group of 3 people. And he heard the truck. He came out because maybe he was heading towards Jefferson, towards us. He was in this area. He, kind of convinced them, he's a great guy and, he's a dominant personality with one arm and
English accent.
An English accent. So they were like, ooh, people in Texas are like, ooh, we love this guy,
He sounds the smarts.
He sounds smart. He's English. So yeah, I'm gonna go with it's Biff.
All right.
Close thread. Found Biff. Done. So Biff walks out and has a gun in his hand.
Why does he automatically have a gun in his hand? I thought he was supposed to be pretending to be a nice person.
Well, he still has a gun in his hand because this is the apocalypse. Don't forget.
Okay.
Has gun in hand and looks us over. So I guess the next question would be, does he recognize Lilly or does Lilly recognize him?
I'm going to say likely with that one.
That's not really, would he, he walks out and sees the 3 of us in there in the truck. She probably would recognize him right away.
Yeah.
Let me see her character sheet. See if she has anything really that. She doesn't have a notice, but she has a perception, so. She's like, no.
Who's this awesome guy who speaks British and has a limp arm or gimp arm?
Yeah, I know. She rolled a 1. Does Biff notice her? Well, let's roll. Let me get a survivor NPC here. Perception. And we'll just roll. Oh, hell yeah. He does.
Oh, he recognizes her.
Yeah. And he just, let's say he comes out and we'll say he's over here. And he's giant.
You're God. He's the size of a tank.
Yeah, right? Height 0.5. There we go. Update token. There we go. So Biff comes out and he sees us in the truck, spots Lilly, and he's just like, oh, look what we have here.
Lily's just like twirling her hair and chewing on a piece of gum.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's like, oh, this is the person I've been looking for. And then we'll just say, I don't know, a couple other guys pop out. What's going on, Biff? And
hey,
now Lily's like, wait, what? Biff? And she looks over and you see her eyes get real big and everything like that. And she's just like, oh, she goes, it's Biff. It's Biff. That's Biff.
Really? You you could tell by people saying Biff, huh?
Shut up. She's like, it's Biff. It's Biff. I don't know. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Well, I
Well,
mean, what are we gonna do?
uh, let's see. Second. Norm. Uh,
Yep.
well, we were already out of the car. We were approaching the town on foot. Norm waves his hands like, "Hi. We're on our way through town, and we were trying to get some gas. You must be Biff. Uh, how are you?"
Well, let's see. Um, Biff is we'll say he's well. We know we already established he's an English guy. English guys usually have some type of mannerism normally. So he basically looks at you and he says, "I'm doing quite fine. Where you see you found the very gal that I've been looking for." Let's say he's pleasant. How's that?
Okay, he's pleasant. Okay, we can work with that. Lilly found us. And but we're not too we're not too, you know, we're just trying to get through town. Uh, if you guys have any gas or have any gas we could trade, it's kind of like deriving the fact that Lily's right back to us. We could make our way on to the next town. Would
Well,
you
he's
happen
like,
to have?
we
Go
got
ahead.
plenty of gas. I mean, obviously we can make a trade, but I would like my property back. Yeah.
Your
She was
property back?
afraid. Now I'm going with the whole thing that he was thinking of her as property since she was so afraid of him.
Now, I understand that we're going through a hard time right now. Uh, and he points to the guys around him. You guys would agree, right? We're going through a hard time right now.
They just, I don't know, how would they even act? I mean,
And nod. They nod. I mean, obviously, half their town, more than half their town, burned down.
yeah, fine, they nod.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, we're just trying to find our roots, and I don't believe in slavery is gonna help out. I don't believe you don't own people. Is that correct?
What?
I mean,
When did Norm get a really southern accent going on?
trying to co-opt these people's attitudes, trying to get them on our side, and trying to get them away from Biff.
Mhm.
And you know, I don't believe we own people here now, do we, gentlemen?
To charm the folk.
Charm the folk, out charm Biff, who's like
Well,
has no charm whatsoever.
so you should have like a talk thing, right?
I believe I do. Let me see. Norm has there's haggling. There's no. He has charisma.
Stealth, notice, rolling. Norm has cheating, haggling, notice, research, throw. What does Lily have? Lily has smooth talking. That's probably the one that would work here. Go ahead and I guess it falls under willpower. I don't know what it falls under.
Let's see what charisma falls under. Uh, no. It would be. I guess it would be under intelligence.
Well, let's see what the book has to say.
What's her smooth talk go under?
No. So let's see. Let me just go to the basic stats in the book. Why is the book cut off? Of course, I know what it is. It's that stupid journal thing. Manage modules. Oh, it's not even on, so I have no idea why it's doing that. It's this all flesh must be eaten thing is out of date, so I think it might be screwing with everything again.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, unfortunately, not much I can do. So
it doesn't have what her smooth talk is.
I'm trying to figure out where it is in here. Gender, measurements, yeah, acting, storytelling.
Use the find feature.
Okay, seduction and smooth talking is under talentless. No, the same penalty applies to such skills as intimidation, seduction, smooth talking. Nope. Smooth talking. Yes. Seduction.
Seduction's not an attribute.
Intelligence is used, modified by any charisma or attractiveness bonus or penalties the character might have.
Okay, so intelligence.
I guess so, yeah. Use intelligence and smooth talking for most tasks. Okay.
So I can use charisma and stuff. But I have haggling. I don't have smooth talking. So I don't think since we're not making. Well, are we kind of making the deal with the gas?
Not really. At this point, you're just trying to,
Charm the town folk away from Biff.
yeah.
So Lilly, want to back me up, right? No, in this modern time we live in, there's no such thing as real slavery. So you can't really own anybody, right, Lilly?
She's like, well, let's see. Lilly is. Let's see, Lilly. Let's see, Lilly. Actions. Let's see what Lily's doing. Invade. Military.
Okay, go on.
Well, that doesn't really fit, so never mind. I think I meant to do... I don't know. General actions, that's it. Aggressive. Normal. So she's acting a little bit... Well, I mean, that makes kind of sense. She's acting a little aggressive towards Biff. So she's like, yeah, I don't want to be owned by slaves. Slavery is bad. She's like really angry talking.
Doesn't want to be owned by slaves?
Doesn't want to be a slave. That's it. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Okay. Yeah, because people don't own other people in this modern world we live in. Isn't that right, gentlemen? Looking towards the gentleman. Do you want me to roll?
Yeah, you're going to have to roll. Yeah,
while my charisma's working out.
Is intelligence you got to use.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's about it.
No, I got charisma. Now, I would say, does Lilly want to join in and add her smooth talking?
She's aggressive right now, so I really wouldn't ask her to. Well, you got a 10, so you just barely made it. So let's see what these guys do. Survivor and intelligence. And they have no skills because they're normal putzes.
Normal yetses and putzes.
And they got... Well, I just clicked on Lily, but it meant to be them. They got a 9 versus your 10. No, we'll say that they go, yeah... They kind of shake. One guy shakes his head. Yeah. We don't want no slaves. The other guy's like, well, I don't know. Got a cute bitch over here be doing all my work.
Wow.
And then he says, and he says
academic.
Other things. And he has a big grin on his face.
Really? Come on, man. You're better than that.
And then Biff, let's see what Biff is doing. Let's see, Biff. General actions. What's Biff doing now? Oof. Delay.
Well,
Dangerous delay.
he has his gun, so obviously he's dangerous right now. He's delaying his actions because we're talking to him.
Yeah, we'll just say that Biff has his gun kind of pointed up, but not at us.
So let's just say no slavery in town. We just get our gas. We get on with our lives. No
But you
trouble
have my woman.
Now, hold on. You can see by her actions she's not wanting to be your woman.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's true.
Yeah. So, why don't we just call it a separation of a positive separation? We'll just go on our way.
Well, let me do a fate question here. Does Biff, since he delayed his actions, does Biff fire on Norm? And we already established that he is an asshole. He's pretty much, if we look back, we already established that he would shoot, but he would talk first. We did. If you look back, we did establish that.
Okay.
Because we put would he shoot on sight, and we put yes, but it wasn't a strong yes. And then we asked, was he willing to negotiate before? And yes. So I'm putting likely he's ready to shoot you.
So if he's willing to negotiate, if we put that he's willing to negotiate, then I'm trying to make it a negotiation.
Oh, we're at it. According to him, you already tried, and it's an impasse. Because he wants his woman. You're like, no, no, no. Slavery bad. No, no, no. You can't have her, Biff. She don't want you. So he's done, in my opinion.
He is surrounded by people he's trying to persuade that he's a good, decent person, right?
I don't know, maybe.
I mean, the two people that was right behind him.
I don't know if he's trying to
Plus,
persuade them.
probably making a commotion, so we're probably getting more people around us.
Yeah, probably. He hasn't. Well, it's just us talking right now. And the way based on Biff is, I would think he would have fired on you. Not that he's going to hit you.
So I was maybe unlikely that he's going to attack.
Unlikely?
Unlikely.
I said likely. I'm going to move it to average the two. Unsure.
Okay.
That fair?
Fair.
Release.
It's a different type of firing on Norm.
So he doesn't fire on you. Does Biff?
He releases on Norm.
Does Biff fire on Norm? No. But a move away from thread, okay. But move away from thread. Random event. Release misfortune.
Someone got a little too happy when they saw Lilly. That guy was being serious when he said other things.
Oh,
there's a guy jizz on
No. This is actually kind of perfect.
Okay, I'm listening.
Moving away from a thread doesn't mean you're closing a thread. It just means you're moving away from it.
Yeah.
Group allies went to Linden, Texas. Are they there? We'll just say that this misfortune. Okay. All right. So we're sitting and negotiating. Biff has his gun out. He's ready to do it. And all of a sudden, not a giant guy, but
he comes out.
Boom, boom. I'm going to get
friend.
Baby Ruth.
Lilly pretty got to release.
It's not letting me do it. Okay, well, we'll just move this guy.
Oh my goodness.
We'll just
That's
say
funny.
out of this house right here comes running one of the guys that we know from the group. That we were, our former group. He has like ropes tied around him and everything like that. And Biff sees him. He's like, "Oh shit! This is a misforced situation." Maybe Biff points and shoots at him because he's running away.
Biff had a sex slave, huh?
I mean, guess so. So group member comes out of house.
Is it one of our groups or one of
Yeah.
Biff's group?
No, one of ours. That's what I'm trying to. Since we're moving away from a thread, we were looking for people. We could say that we found someone. It doesn't mean you close it. We're just moving away from it.
Okay.
So I don't know how else to put it. But group member comes out of house, looking like they were held captive. Biff sees them and takes a shot. Does Biff hit? Probably not, because he's an NPC and NPC suck. So dexterity, was it right? Yeah, dexterity. I'll give him a +2 because he's Biff.
I mean, he does have the gimp arm, so
2 roll. 9. Biff hits him. Okay. So Biff hits him, and do we have damage for gun? Let's see. I forgot how to get to the other sheet. Equipment there.
I say just use Lily's gun.
Ouch.
He's dead.
Dead. Well, goodbye.
So much for that thread being closed or moved away from.
Biff takes a shot and kills that person on sight. So how do these two react?
Well, they just saw somebody come out of Biff's house tied up. And there's 3 of them now. 4 of them now. 5 of them now.
Well, you said, I'm just doing based on what you said, that now that people were gathering up, they heard the gunshot, they came out, they looked. There's a dead guy. Yeah. There is a dead guy right here.
Yeah.
So how do they react? So we'll go with the fate question.
Imagine horrified.
Are these people now scared of Biff? Good question. And that's going to be very likely, in my opinion.
I agree with that. I mean, he was trying to set himself up as a nice guy. Oh, I'm a happy, nice guy. And then this event just happened. And all 5 of them saw.
Now scared, not scared. Now. All right, well, we'll see what happens. And this is very likely they're scared. Watch is going to be like, nope. Oh, shit. Exceptional, yes. Okay, phew.
Are they angry?
Exceptional, yes. 0806, sorry. Are they angry?
If they're exceptionally yes afraid, then I'm guessing they're PO'd.
So, likely that they're going to be very angry?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. Do we see them taking out weapons?
Do they take out weapons? Well, that's a good question. And
you hornswoggled us. We thought you were brilliant because you had a British accent.
Yeah.
They took our job.
They took our job. I'm gonna put likely that they take out a weapon. Not everybody is gonna be like well, it's Texas, so yes, very likely. Small town Texas, someone gets killed, everyone's going to have their gun out. So, yeah, very likely. Exceptional, yes.
I'm guessing we're gonna do the same.
Yeah. We
So
take our weapons out and holster and we corner Biff. And Biff looks around and does he have combat actions or does he have general actions? Let's see. Let's see if we get an appearance. An appearance might work here. I don't know. I'm just trying these new things. He's scented. He puts perfume on. He's messy and he's scented. His hair. He messes up his hair and he puts some cologne on. It didn't work out this
hold on,
time.
I'm going to try to seduce the town.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm thinking Biff's gonna place his gun on the ground because he's outgunned. Obviously, he's not stupid.
Roll it.
You really want it? All right.
He's an aggressive person. Let's see if he actually does it.
Does Biff give up?
I'll even leave it as not likely,
Unlikely.
because he is. We've established that he is an aggressive person.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. All right, y'all win. Oh, in his British Southern accent,
I don't think a British person is saying y'all win.
y'all win. Actually, y'all is becoming quite popular in Britain now.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. 35. Biff places his gun on the ground, lifts his one arm in the air, and holds it up. Now, question here. Since Lilly absolutely is afraid, can't stand him, and is acting aggressive to him, would she now take the opportunity to shoot and kill him?
Ooh. I'm gonna leave it either likely or unlikely. I'm not. I mean, either likely or what's the one right below it?
Very
Unknown.
likely, unsure, or unlikely you're looking for?
I'm gonna say likely or unsure. I'm gonna say likely because she is quite perturbed at the guy.
She's acting aggressive. She's obviously been treated like some type of slave by him. She's been afraid of him. She's worried about him finding the stash house. She was worried about him finding her. He just admitted that she's his property, which, God knows what that means. You can only guess. Obviously there's probably some type of sexual thing going on there that she didn't like.
Either way, she doesn't like whatever he did.
Would she take the opportunity in front of everybody to just walk up and boom, just put some shots right into his head to get rid of him for once and for all?
Well, roll him. Like I said, it seems like a likely scenario considering how upset she is. Can you give me an argument of why she wouldn't?
Now I'm going with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Would Lilly take the chance to kill him?
He's talking to he puts his gun down, gets on his knees, and starts begging the townsfolk for forgiveness. As he's doing that, Lilly comes up behind him and just puts one in the back of his head.
Yeah.
You want to roll to shoot, or make sure you don't fudge and shoot a villager or shoot a.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll to shoot. Guns. I'll give her because you can. I'll just give her an extra 2 because you said she's walking up behind, and boom. Oof.
No, that did it.
No, 16. All right. So let's see. Let's do the damage before we. Oh, I don't have the weapon damage for her. I guess I forgot to write it in.
If she's just used Biff's gun, it's basically the same gun.
Yeah. 18. All right, that's good enough.
He's dead.
So he's there. He puts his gun down. He turns around. He's like, "Ho ho ho ho, fellas. You know, I didn't mean to do it. I mean, I had to. That person was a threat to everybody." And they're like, "Bullshit. You just killed a man who you held captive
In cold blood.
in cold blood. You didn't even." And then all of a sudden, Lilly just shoves Norman Parker out of the way, walks forward, and just punches the gun up, and bam. We'll say she shoots twice. Bam,
Oh,
bam.
Bam, and then when he gets to the ground, bam again.
Yeah. And then she just looks at the guys, and she just drops her gun on the ground, and she walks back to the truck slowly, and then she gets in the truck and sits there.
Well, guess we could close that thread.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
And now we're gonna have to deal with Biff's brother, Griff.
shut up, Griff. Yeah, I can actually delete Biff now because he's dead.
Norm
So yeah.
walks up and grabs Lily's gun. Well, that's one way to get rid of your problem, huh, fellas?
And they all look and they went, yeah, they kind of give one of those nods to you, like they understand.
Yeah. Poor girl's been through a lot. I can only imagine. I never asked her, but I can only imagine the horror she went through to do this action like this. Takes a deep breath in. This is a mournful period, and I think if you guys wouldn't mind, if we could just take Biff's rooms for the day, and maybe we could talk about getting gas tomorrow.
Well, okay, let's just keep it unsure. Will the townsfolk trade with us? I'm just gonna put it as unsure because I'm not even sure.
Okay. Yeah, that would be like
Yeah, they'll trade with us.
okay.
Yes.
They're like, nah. We were looking to get rid of that loser anyway. Hey, let's talk about that gas right now. Okay.
So the townsfolk are like, yeah, we'll trade with you, but you know, we don't really have much.
Well, I mean, we're just trying to get to the next town, so any gas to do,
The guy's like, well, it's only 6 miles. I mean, do you really need gas for 6 miles?
Yes, we do, because I've never been that way. I don't know if the road's blocked. Do you guys know if the road's blocked or not?
That's a good question. Is the road to Linden blocked in
Road to
any
El Dorado.
way? Yes, or El Dorado. This is what we're asking the townsfolk, and they don't. I'm gonna put unsure because we don't know.
They're isolated, so I would say unlikely.
Yeah.
If they know.
Unlikely. Yeah, you're right. They probably haven't been around, so.
Yeah, Biff's been charming them off.
Yes, it's blocked.
All right, so yeah, we wouldn't need gas. We're running out of gas to get around. So, I mean, how many gallons does the truck take? We got
Well,
the owner's manual, right?
we'll just say that it gives about normal truck of that time period. We'll say 1222.
So say about 20 gallons.
Yeah.
No, 15. Excuse me, 15 gallons. It's a city truck.
15-gallon tank.
Yeah.
So we're down to like a fourth of that.
So we're down to 2 gallons or so.
Yeah, something like that.
So yeah, we could use about 10 gallons or so if we could spare it, and so we can go bury our friend, who apparently had tied up. Which, hey, Parker, why don't you check inside and see if we have any other friends in there besides the one that was out here?
All right. Parker checks the house to find any other kidnapped. That should
And
be
before you go in there,
kidnapped.
see if you can find any supplies too.
Kidnapped survivors. So is there anybody in this house other than that? I'm gonna put unsure. Any
I mean,
other?
I'm gonna put it as likely. I mean, he's been known to do that. And it might not be one of our partners or one of our former teammates, but it might be somebody else.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Any other
Okay.
survivors? Yes.
All right. Make it. Is it part of our team? Do we want to put that as likely or unsure?
I'm gonna keep it as unsure, just to be fair.
All right.
Unsure. Part of. You know, I'm gonna put unlikely that it is because I don't think he knows anything about our people, and he just happened to have because we had to move away from a thread. He just happened to capture somebody that was part of our group. It was just kind of one of those random things. He found somebody. He didn't know that they knew us. And maybe
I
the
would
person
say
was running out of there because he was like, "Oh my god, it's Parker and Norm." He ran out and didn't realize Biff was in the street.
I'm gonna agree with your assessment, saying the fact that we were moving away from a thread. So I agree.
Okay. Any other survivors? We'll just say it's one more. I don't want to make it like a
1d6.
what?
One
What?
d
How
four.
is Biff traveling around with 7 friggin' people kidnapped with one
It's
arm?
Biff. Biff did a lot of amazing things when he was alive. Not good things, but amazing things. I mean, the dude had a gimp arm when run a gang of himself.
I would say roll a D2.
A
And I don't even know if
D2.
I would do 1d4 and then 1 2 means 1, 3 4 means 2.
All right. He
So
had
it's
two
2.
more.
Okay. 2 more survivors who are not part of our group. We'll
Well,
just say
we don't know
uh
if they're part of our group or not. You didn't roll those yet.
eh, all right.
We'll leave it as unlikely.
Part of our group. This fucking game wants us to be part.
That's
2 more survivors who are part of our group. Fucking game. Of our group.
Mythic for you, baby.
Yeah, right. 19. Yes. We'll just one's male, one's female, just to make it simple. Sound good?
All right.
Or you want 2 women? I don't care. Or 2 men. I just made it easy
Roll
to
the
do.
dice.
All right. What's the dice going to tell
Uh,
us?
50% half half. Below 50. Let's say up to 30% both women. Above 30 to 60% half and half. Anything above 60% both men.
Oh, all right.
Both
So they
men.
were both men. Okay. Both males. And are they alive?
That's well. That one was alive, so I'm gonna say likely,
Okay.
highly likely. I mean, very likely.
They're
We said very likely to the other one.
yeah, they're
Yes,
alive.
they're both alive.
Both alive and injured. Are they injured? We're back at Well,
It might
Biff is
be
aggressive, so yeah, I'm gonna put likely.
okay.
Yeah, and
Deathly
injured.
injured.
All right.
They cut off their arms. What kind of sick kind of dude is
Close
this?
to death. Yes.
But they're not dead. But they're close to death. Maybe they're malnutritioned. Malnourished. Excuse me.
So Parker goes inside the house and he's like, "Oh shit, Norm! There's two more in here. Two dudes from our group. They look like they're barely alive."
Norm starts running over there.
We'll just say like,
Starts-
they're bleeding, like they got fingers cut off, like he tortured them and things like that, just because he's a sick asshole. Things like that.
I
Stab
would
marks
say
in them.
I don't want to say cut off fingers, but definitely stab, beaten, malnutrition, verge of death. Something we could save them from, but not necessarily cut off fingers. He's an angry person, not a psychopath.
You know,
I mean, he is
they're
British though.
they're all unconscious at this point. I think what we should do is we should definitely help the townsfolk get these people in beds and, tended to. And I think we should leave.
Just leave the town.
Yeah, I think we should leave.
Well, we need gas, don't we?
Well,
Well, first of all, let's treat our injured friends right now. Let's worry about this in a second ago.
I call,
And then-
you know what? Since we're both right over here,
Yeah, you call them. I'm gonna be working on these guys.
I step outside and ask if anybody's a doctor. Why not?
Okay.
Is anyone a doctor or medical professional?
My reasoning for likely is this is a high maintenance town. Probably an upper scale neighborhood. I mean, like I said, the map doesn't represent what's actually going on here. I mean,
Just a portion of it,
places.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, considering how this town is, magnificent town is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say likely.
Not very likely, just likely. Okay.
I say likely there is a doctor. What's your argument?
I'm going to say very likely for a medical professional, but not a doctor. Now, medical professional could mean like a nurse, or it could mean like an EMT, or it could mean like a nurse, a physician's assistant.
All right, so we're not going for doctor per se, but we're talking about a medical physician. Okay, I'll agree with you highly. No, I'm gonna stay with likely because there's a lot of wealthy people that mean they're doctors.
So medical profession, is anyone a medical professional? We're putting likely then, right?
Yeah.
Nope. No.
We have a lawyer here because we're gonna sue you guys.
That's right. No. Is anyone a medical professional? And that basically covered nurse, EMT, but it doesn't. Ooh. Is anyone a veterinarian?
How about this? Is anybody medically trained?
That's medical
Doesn't mean they're in the
professional.
medical profession.
Does anyone have medical training?
And I will agree with very likely with that one.
I mean, yeah, that could be like a former military person or something like that. I was in the military, I was a combat medic, but doesn't mean he's a medical professional in real life because,
Right.
maybe he doesn't want to do that shit.
Or maybe they were like, a trainer at a high school and they switched jobs.
So you're putting very likely for that one?
Very, very likely.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So a guy steps forward, or you know what? I'm not going to say it. A woman steps forward, and she's like, "Yes."
Dentist.
No, she does not say that. She does not say she's a dentist. That's not going to work at all for this. Ooh, okay, I'll fix his teeth. Thanks, Doc.
I'm a veterinarian.
There you go. So a woman steps forward. She's like, "Yes, I have some medical training. I went to medical school, but I dropped out. How's that?
That sounds fair. I'll go with that.
Are you able to treat wounds and stuff like that?" She says, "Yeah, I could do the basic stuff, but I mean, I only attended a few years of medical school and dropped out
No.
due
I
to
have
the
no idea
apocalypse."
I don't know what an injury is.
Yeah. She says, "I have a few years of medical training, but due to the situation, I never was able to finish schooling because of the apocalypse." There, boom, done.
That makes sense. Okay.
So she races inside and she looks and she's like, "Oh my God, we need to get these people to beds." And, she directs Norman Parker. Let's see. This actually has a name thing. I wonder if it actually works.
Norm has first aid. Norm is already working on him.
Va Cole. Well, her name's Valerie. There we go.
Her name is. She has a Klingon name. Vakol.
Dr. Valerie. We call her Doc, aka Doc, helps Norm and Parker comfort and tend to wounds. Done.
Can we roll first aid?
Yeah, go ahead. And did you roll yet?
Not yet.
Add like a bonus of like +3 because of the doctor helping. So under the little bonus, just put 3.
First aid. Under where? Oh, roll modifier 3.
Yeah, I just put bonus, put 3. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we did a pretty good job. We stabilized them.
Shouldn't I put that as difficult? Even then, it would pass, right? Because they're on the verge of death.
And you want to re-roll it?
Well, I mean, even then, it would still pass it, right?
5, 3. Yeah, it would have passed anyway because you rolled a 5, and then you had a modifier +3 plus your first aid is 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have rolled a 10, not a 16. So yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
So they're all comforted in bed, and she has to watch over them now. And so we're like, I guess we have to talk. We need to talk to someone about gas. Yep. I mean, are they willing to give us gas?
Yeah. Well, I think we should attend to our dead friend here, just standing in the middle, or laying here in the middle of the street.
Sure.
No, I'm not talking about Biff. Biff, we could just, toss into the gutter, as far as I care. But our friend, we need to take care of.
Yeah, we don't know. Do we remember who it is? I mean,
well, we haven't really looked. We have to roll perception, notice, maybe. Research and investigation. I don't.
I guess we just notice who. Intelligence. Difficult intelligence check.
It wouldn't be intelligence; it'd be perception.
All right, perception and difficulty.
Yeah, I'll do difficult. Notice. Any modifiers? Since we know this guy, we think we know this guy.
Yeah, I would say 2.
2. All right. Oh, that's 3. There's 2. All right. Roll him.
I guess we know who he is.
We really know who this guy is.
It is. I have that. Where is that?
And that was a difficult roll too.
His name is Harris Ocean. Well, was.
Kind of clean up his face. Oh shit! It's Harris.
He was a masculine man.
He was your best friend, Parker.
41. Let's see here. He had heart disease. He died of heart disease.
He died of COVID.
Yeah, no, he fucking A. Why is he English? Fucking random.
I knew it. The British are like the Highlander. There can only be one.
God, I mean, they're like all over the place. All over the place in Texas, huh? Let's see here. So it's Harris. Oh, you're like, oh shit, you know this guy. This was that guy that helped us out that one. And Parker looks over. He's like, he does one of those things, snapping his fingers. He's like, Harris. That's who it is.
Your best friend Harris.
It's not my best
Biff
friend Harris.
Oh, it's just your friend Harris.
Yeah.
Who happened to be the officiator at your wedding.
Wait, I'm not married.
I just gaslight your character to be in places. Yeah, you guys went on that fishing trip. Remember to the
No.
to the Bahamas.
No, that was Fiji. You mean?
Fiji. Oh, that's right, Fiji. Where you guys picked up those ladies of the night. I remember. That's why you got the divorce.
So we bury Harris.
We loot the body and bury Harris.
He has nothing on him. Harris.
Obviously, he's the captor.
Is the town willing to give us gas so we can move on?
I would say, considering the events, very likely.
They want us to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, oh shit, we effed up.
Yeah, they give us gas.
Well, they gave us beans, so we have gas.
And we fart into the tank and get out of town.
Well, we're not leaving we're not leaving our friends. We have to take care of them.
I'm not bringing an entourage of people with us on this trip.
Well, I don't want to leave them here.
Well, I say we leave them here under doctor's care, and we find the rest of the group. We come back for them.
Well, can we wait a few days? Maybe they can tell us where our group is specifically.
Okay. It's nighttime. Anyway.
We need a place to stay. Townsfolk, can you give us a place to stay?
Are they willing to let us stay? I'm going to say very likely because we did kill Biff. We helped the people inside the house. We were friendly to them.
Oh, and I loot Biff's body. And take their gun.
Yes, they're cool with it.
All right. What did Biff have on him? Tell me some.
Biff had a gun, a 44 Magnum.
All right. Now I have a 44 Magnum.
You know, fine, you can put up a 44 Magnum. Let's see if there's anything else here. Description, location, objects. Let's see what Biff had. He had a clue. A fragile clue. Okay, so Biff had a fragile clue could be anything. I mean, it could be like you found a key in his pocket. You found a piece of paper. Oh, okay. A fragile clue could mean a fragile, like an old photo in there of maybe like a family, and maybe it was Biff's family.
Maybe it was a like a business card from where he got these guys.
A business card where he got them from?
Yeah, he's like, oh, well, since I'm here, might as well pick up a business card in case I want to come back here again. I don't know. It's a clue.
Got it.
A clue to what?
Biff has a card on him of a slave trader.
Ooh, okay.
Of a slave trader, and let's get his name. Watch, it's gonna be English too.
Please be French.
Fuck, he's Canadian. Okay, that works. His name is slave trader name Paige Keene. Page Kane, he is... Nope, that ain't going to work as a child. That is not going to work. Rusty Miles.
Rusty Miles.
Rusty Miles. There we go. He's an American from California. He's 34. Say Miles. Look at the... Since I have way too many screens open, so you can do this for me. Look at the area map again. Pick a town further north than Linden.
Let's say Texarkana.
Fine.
I mean, that's a pretty big town.
Texarkana it is. Boom. And it just basically just says Rusty Miles, Texarkana. It's like one of those handwritten things, which means he gets to go on our character list. Rusty Miles, slave trader, Texarkana. Yeah, that works. I mean, we haven't met him, but he's a character, an NPC that could, at any point, if like the little rolls bring up random person, he could be the random person. We also now have Doc Valerie, too, as a random person.
Yes, we do.
We may not see her ever again. Yeah, we may not ever see her again, but you never know with this thing, so.
Right.
But that ends this game, because it's nighttime. Chaos Factor was 6.
God, I think it went down. What do you think?
You went down? Yeah. All right. I'll agree with that. We had everything pretty much under control in this. Looking it over. Yes. 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 We got a lot of yeses. So, yeah. Gas factor is to 5 again. That means everything's going to start being a little bit more no.
I mean, we got a lot of incredible answers.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we had a very unlikely, but we still had 2 members of our people there.
True. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Fucking things like, yep, you're gonna do it, bitch. All right, well, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, and we are heading out. This is Vince, the Evil Dungeon Master, for Jeff, saying good night, everybody.